The Salem Lions are going to take on the West Washington Senators tonight. We are going to run through our starting lineups for the Lady Lions. They're going to go with their two-guard set, actually three-guard set. Number 13, the 5'10 sophomore, Natalie Knoll. Number 20, Hope Tomlinson, also going to start, the 5'7 senior. Number 23, Carly Sweeney, is a 5'8 junior. Of course, in the middle, they're going to start number 44, Letty Nice, the 6'2 senior. And they're going to get Leah Miller into the game to start here after she's had her career at West Washington started. So she's going to play possibly her final game here at West Washington. For the Senators, they're going to go with the same starting lineup that they always go with. We're going to have Ryan Russell in the backcourt, along with Sarah Stice, averaging 15 points a game. Then we're going to have Lexi Griffiths is going to also be the third guard in that three-guard set. And then up front, we're going to get the two Keltners, Lizzie Keltner and Cassidy Keltner. Lizzie, the freshman, number 42, averaging 8 points a game. And the senior, the 5'11", Cassidy Keltner, number 10, averaging 10 points and 9 rebounds a game. So, like we've said, going to need a big game from her. Coaches for these two teams, for Salem, it's Jerry Hickey, 108 and 60 in his 7 years there at Salem. And then Darren Russell, 69 and 52 in his 5 years here at West Washington. Like we said, coming in, Salem is 16 and 2. So their two losses did come to two really good teams. So that is something to keep in mind tonight as we go through this game. Ready for the tip here.
Yeah, I tell you what, rivalries aside, I like to see this. We didn't talk a whole lot in the pregame about Leah, just how special of a player she is, obviously. But they're gonna give her 2 points from the start, and diehard Salem fan, diehard West Washington fan, it shouldn't matter. This is about doing what's right. And I'm happy to see this.
Yeah. So we're gonna get the tip here. It's gonna go forward to Leah Miller, who's going to make the first bucket for the Salem Lions, and then it's going to come back the other way to Ryan Russell, and she's going to get 2. So that evens the game at 2. So Ryan gets 2, Leah gets 2. Like we said, she came in with 997, so now she's at 999. 1 point away from 1,000. So, pretty special for her to get that point here on this floor.
Again, happy to see it. I think it's the right thing to do. And now we're ready for some basketball.
So Callie Backrams checks in. She is the other starter for Salem.
Yeah, it's a double dribble, and West Washington gets a turnover off the beginning. West Washington playing, I almost called it wrong there. I did call it wrong. Last time they played this defense where they almost face guard 2 people and then they play really help side on the other 3, and so it kind of looks like a triangle in 2, but I think it's just that help side defense. And Salem starts in that 2-3 like you predicted, and Ryan gets started from way outside, and that's the first 30-footer of the night. Hopefully she's got a lot more there to go.
Gives Ryan 5 early here.
And Ryan playing hard. She went for the steal and gets it out to Sweeney. And it's off the mark, but that's a great rebound there by Knoll.
So Knoll chips in 2 there.
West Salem with the pressure as, again, not too surprising. And there's
in the
corner. The other one that needs to get hot early.
There it is.
Sarah Stice comes in and puts 3 of her own on board.
8-4 early, West Washington.
West Washington in that man-to-man. Now Tomlinson for a big one. It's going to be short, and we get a rebound out of that. And I think it's not going to hurt us to push the ball. Although long-term, you know, we don't have the depth that Salem does, so we'll see. Wide open is Cass, and they're not going to call anything there.
Stice for another 30-footer. That one no good. Luddy going to come out with that rebound.
Yeah, and I think Lizzie Keltner, you know, if nothing else, I meant to say this in the pregame, nothing else, she's going to play against some great competition tonight, and she can learn a whole lot for a freshman.
Yeah.
And right there is how do you box Letty Nice out. She got that job done that time. So after a couple misses, Salem does drop back.
Still going to stick to that 2-3.
And they're leaving Keltner all alone on the elbow, and that is a shot that Cass can make.
We're going to get a turnover off of Lizzie Keltner. She tries to go baseline and dribbles it off her own foot. So,
yeah, I think Coach Russell is telling Cass right now, you catch the ball on the elbow, turn around and shoot that thing.
Yeah.
I've seen her make hundreds of those in her career.
Salem almost makes that a 3-2 zone, almost like a what used to be a 1-2-2. Not going to get the continuation there, so.
Yeah, again, I like the aggressiveness from Ryan, but we got to play help side. Tomlinson kind of dribbled into the middle. No one stepped up until too late and got a foul. And that foul went on. Did you catch that foul went on?
42, Lizzie Keltner picks up her first personal. So that's going to be a turnover for the Lions, coming back the other way.
Good start for the Lady Senators for sure. Yeah, I think Cass just needs to be aggressive, like her sister, getting on the floor. I heard a floor burn.
Yep.
That we need a bunch of those again tonight. Not wishing pain on anyone,
but
we got to get those 50-50
balls have to be ours. And with this 3-2, the middle is right where you want to attack this.
Yeah, now Letty does step up now, kind of taking a little bit of that away from Cass, but it's still there, right there. Good. That's a shot she can make.
Puts up a 2-point, not able to get it. Salem comes out going the other way. Sweeney quickly turn it over, giving it off to Hope. Hope drives, gets nothing but air on that one.
She's still a little adrenaline going through her veins. Lexi starting the offense. Good entry pass to Lizzie, and pretty good defense.
Yeah, that's one of those things that when you go right into Letty, that's not the message for success there.
That's a push on. Oh, okay, that's just going to call out of bounds.
Yeah, looked like a push, but luckily it was out of bounds before that. So we're going to get Rats checking in, number 32. Sorry, 32 is Bailey Hypes. She's going to come in, and Rats is 15. She checks into the game.
So Salem going to go with just a little different lineup. Still sticking with that 2-2-1 trap zone.
Stice.
Pressure. Stice a little off there. We just got to keep firing them up. Good defense there by Keltner.
Keltner with the turnover there, able to force that one. That is 3 so far for the Lady Lions to only 1 for the Senators.
We're trying to overload a side, and that's where it's got to start. In and out, but great rebound by Lizzie.
Lexi Griffiths drives side, out to Russell. Russell can't catch it clean. Up goes Keltner. Keltner no good.
We're getting good shots, but they just got to go in.
Yeah, they're just not falling yet.
And so on this zone, on our offensive possession, we've got to think about 2 passes. If you just throw 1 pass and then stop, that's going to allow the defense to recover. We got to do 2 quick passes.
Right. Very quickly, Coach Jerry Hickey going to take a timeout here, 30-second timeout. We're going to step aside, catch our breath. We'll be back in just a moment.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back to live action here on Ron Smith Court. We talked in the pregame about how important a start was. Well, this is the start we were looking for.
Except
and
for that.
There's Sweeney.
That's off Salem. That'd be us. Yeah, that's you want to get it in the middle, but it's got to be a very sharp, direct pass. That one was just kind of laid out there. And,
yeah. That's where Sweeney does a really good job.
Almost lost there by Sarah, and then
we do lose it.
But now Salem loses it. Another turnover, and they're going to call a foul on Salem.
It's going to go on 32, Bailey Hypes.
So nobody hurt here for the Lady Senators. Just need to see if we can't get a shot. Man-to-man for Salem.
This is a different 1-3-1. Letty goes to the middle of that 1-3-1, and they let Rats.
Yeah, you're right. They disguised it as a man-to-man. It is a 1-3-1. Russell was bumped out of bounds. I think he just kind of took the best of both worlds and just called it out on Salem. Salem getting a lot of hands-on balls.
Russell
My gosh.
for a deep three.
And
Bang.
that one was 8 foot behind the line. I don't know what that makes a three-pointer, but that's a lot of footage. And Salem calls another timeout.
Salem's going to take another full timeout. We're going to step aside, get a commercial in from Sullivan Financial Consulting. We'll be back in just a moment. Whether you are an individual with personal and family goals or the person charged with the financial goals of your organization, Sullivan Financial Consulting is here to provide you with an array of financial and investment planning services essential to your success. We will work with you hand in hand and, if need be, your other professional advisors to select the service that best suits your needs. Then apply our investment insight and expertise to tailor the required service to your unique situation and with your specific goals in mind. Contact Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-2670 or stop in at the Mitchell location at 700 South 9th Street. I was back to live action here, but I was just informed by Maddie, who's running the stream for us tonight, that I joked with Ryan that her favorite place to shoot from was the R on Ron Smith Court. Well, the last shot she just took was from the M in Smith. So that's back another 4 letters.
Yeah, she backed it up about another 4 foot. Oh, man. So West Washington in that man-to-man. And so far, Salem's not been able to shoot it well from the outside.
Right. I've got them as 0 of 3 from the three-point line. So
Rats with a push. Back comes out to Sweeney. And that's an open shot for her, just not able to get it.
Rat's going to come out with that rebound, and then Keltner's going to take it away from her.
Wow. Rats got the 50-50 ball initially, but then Keltner just took it away from her. West Washington back at work. And they have to be ready for the trap.
Lizzie Keltner roaming the baseline there, wide open. Lexi Griffiths for 3. Bang! Her first 3 of the night.
4th three-pointer of the night for West Washington. If we can keep this pace, we're
going to be in really good shape.
We're going to be in business.
Sweeney drives.
That's left
up
hand.
And good for 2. First 2 points for Sweeney. You go over the top of that press to Sarah Stice. I'm really surprised Sarah didn't let that one fly. I mean, she was wide open. Don't think she thought she was going to be that open.
Yeah, now she's got Ryan again. It's a good
Ryan
decision
with the dribble
by Ryan.
off
What a
to
great
Keltner.
pass.
Good job there by the Lady Senators, dropping that one off to Keltner.
That's a great offensive move there by Ryan Russell.
Sweeney drives around again. Ends up with Rats having it, coming back the other way. Keltner going to pick up that foul. Only the second team foul.
First on
Cass. Senators up 16-6 early. Rats lets that one go. Knocks it down. Hope Tomlinson comes in. Natalie Knoll back in also.
You know, I know our 5 or 6 are going to have to play the whole night, and it's going to be hard on them. But I think you just got to dig down deep and let her all hang out tonight.
Unable to knock down that second free throw, but do knock the ball out off of Cassidy Keltner. So,
yeah, someone was yelling 3 seconds, but they didn't get the call. Letty with a good jump hook.
Yep, gives her 2 on the night.
And Sarah's going to try to put one more 3.
No good.
Just short. It was on line, and they're going to have a chance. And knocked away there by
Doesn't get that one off. So first quarter is going to end 16-9 after 1. So we're going to step aside, get a commercial break in, be back for second quarter action.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Indiana did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Back to live action here on Ron Smith Court, where the Senators do lead 16-9 after 1 quarter of play.
Yeah, big story there in the first quarter. West Washington 4 for 7 from behind the arc, shooting 51%, shooting 43% from the 2-point from 2-point range, or 2 for 7 from 2-point range.
Yeah.
So, but 43% overall. But those 4 3-pointers are the difference.
Nice bucket down the lane by Ryan Russell. Gives her 10.
She just needs to remain patient, let the game continue to come to her.
Sweeney for 3. That one no good, but Rats with the rebound. Up and good for, oh, sorry, that was Knoll. Up and good for 2.
Yeah, it's one of those 50-50 balls that didn't go our way. She kind of outworked us that time. That's what we want right there.
Unable to knock it down was Cassidy Keltner.
Yeah, all Cass needs to do is make up her mind up a little earlier.
This is the time where Letty's out of the game, so nice leave off to Olivia Weber. Going to be a 30-second timeout from Coach Russell. We're going to stick right here with you through this timeout.
You know, good timeout by Coach. We exhaled a little bit. We looked up there at the scoreboard after a 1. We took a breath, and this is not the team that you can do that with.
Yeah.
We have to continue to battle every possession.
Right.
In my opinion, we took the last defensive possession off. They got an offensive rebound and a layup.
Yep.
That last time, that was just a good play, in my opinion. Good give and go, but we can't take plays off tonight.
You can't tonight against this team. They'll rack them up quickly, and then you'll be in a big hole. So
we'll try to trap out of that first pass. Ryan breaks it well, and we're going to get some contact on Knoll.
Going to be the first personal on Knoll.
Number 13, Natalie Knoll.
Pretty clean so far.
Yeah, 2 fouls each way through the first period in a minute.
I helped coach Tim Woods' boy there in the 3rd grade, and we just talked about his senior year and my junior year, which we played Salem early on, like the first game out of football season. Not a bad shot there by Lexi, just didn't go. We got to hit the boards. But we talked about there was 64 fouls called in that game.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of fouls. Sweeney with the rebound.
Salem continues to be cold from beyond the arc. And that one. Good work there by Ryan.
It's going to be the 5th turnover for the Lions.
We didn't get hurt by that offensive board, but we cannot allow that to continue to happen.
those are open possessions there that the Senators need to take care of and knock those down.
You know, Sweeney trying not to let Ryan even touch the ball. Salem lost Keltner a little bit. Her sister Lizzie gets the offensive rebound, and then she's fouled.
So one Senator misses it. Or sorry, one Keltner misses it. The second Keltner cleans it up. Lizzie goes to the line where she's a 42% free throw shooter on the year.
She just needs to breathe and put them in here.
That one catches the front of the rim, but then falls through. So her first points of the night.
And number 33, Macy Thomas.
Rats and Sweeney take a break.
Macy Tomlinson comes in along with her sister, Hope.
That one's a little short. She had some time to think about that one and just didn't breathe before she let
just
let
a
go
touch
of it.
short. So Backroom's going to do the ball handling duties here.
Again, West Washington up 6 here. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Good wall. And
Weber up, no good. Ball
good.
tipped around. Russell going to come out of there with it.
I tell you, Coach could not ask for better defense there by his freshman.
Yeah. I think she has grown quite a bit this year in her playing ability, you know, letting it.
I agree, and you know, experience cannot be substituted for anything.
Yeah.
And she's certainly a different player than she was early on this year.
Well, and playing, you know, the better part of 30 minutes each game, you're going to get a lot of game time experience.
That's
nice thought there by
that
Russell to go over the top, but it wasn't there on that one for the fourth turnover for the Lady Senators. Good thought, good try to feed, but, you know, it just wasn't there on that one. The angle, you couldn't get it over the top and back down quick enough.
And that's Macy Tomlinson. They'll both shoot it, but and I don't know what Mr. Hickey said in the in their timeout huddle, but if it wasn't something about being aggressive on the offensive board, I'd be surprised. That's 3 or 4 just here in this quarter.
Hope
or
Tomlinson,
since the timeout.
Hope Tomlinson goes to the line and knocks down that first one. Her first point of the night. Letty Nice back into the game.
She's been very quiet so far. Good way to be strong with it. That's, again, great job by the freshman. 3 minutes gone by now in the second quarter. And that's
nice.
A perfect play.
Our bigs, we've got to finish those easy 2-point buckets inside because you're giving up too many easy ones at the other end if you don't.
Yeah, that's one that Lizzie wants back, and she'll make the next one. That's not the last open shot she's going to get, especially how well the penetration has been working for our guards so far. That's another
nice feed there by Russell to get it to Keltner.
good ball movement by the West Washington Lady Senators.
Gives her 4.
We continue to pressure, try to make that offense get started 3 or 4 feet beyond the arc. That makes for longer entry passes, more time for our defense to recover on the pass.
Hope for 3.
Hope for 3, and that's off the mark. And Salem continues to remain cold.
We try to tip it back in, but unable to get it, so it's going to be out of bounds to Salem. Sweeney comes out, Rats back in.
Sweeney in, actually. Sweeney and Rats.
Sweeney and Rats
Noel,
both came
Noel
in.
and Tomlinson out. And they're going to call a travel there on Rats.
I don't know if the travel came before we got a whole bunch of arm, but
That's what the guy in the stripes
Yep.
thought.
so inbounded to Lexi. Cassidy dribbles through the middle of that zone or that press.
And it's a what a weapon. You got a girl nearly 6 foot tall that can help you bring it up on the press. That's why, again, those little girls that's out there watching, that's why you always learn how to dribble the basketball, because you never know when you're going to need it.
Macy Tomlinson for 3. That one no good.
And again, Another offensive rebound for Salem.
So Lexi Griffith's going to pick up her first personal. We're going to send Rats to the free throw line, where she's a 55% free throw shooter on the year. That one up and goes through. Second one up, no good. West Washington with the rebound going the other way. Russell in the corner.
That's what we want. It's a little long. Lizzie there, just unable to corral that rebound.
It makes us 4 of 9 so far from the three-point line. We're going to get a timeout here by Coach Russell. We're going to get in a break from the Washington County Community Foundation. We'll be back in just a moment.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
Back to live action here on Ron Smith Court. Matthew has the stat of the first half so far.
Yeah, so far, I mean, it just jumps off the page. A lot of data on this page, but the one I'm looking at, Salem shooting an 0 for 10 from three-point line land here in this first half. Again, that's really good for the Lady Senators, and not that we would expect to sustain 0 for whatever, but if we can continue to make them miss shots, we're sitting in the driver's seat.
Right. So Backrams brings the ball up. Nice job by Stice to get her hand on that one. Busting out the new camera angle here for you.
Backrams tried to set it up. That's where we want them to start it. Way
out on the W.
Although that I think maybe they're going to try to get some penetration. So we'll see. You know, it's a chess match to see what they want to do.
This is a 1-2-2 or a 3-2, depending on how they play it.
Rats going for her in the middle, and they make Sarah make a decision. And now they've got a good ball movement.
Sweeney drives baseline. It's got to be a travel.
I was going to say, that is the most impressive pivot I've ever seen. If that wasn't.
I wasn't quite sure how you could pivot like that and not travel. So nice job there by the officiating crew.
And hopefully West Washington can continue to handle the pressure. So far, they've done a great job. And Lexi stayed on the floor, and that not to say we don't have good ball handlers, but that is an asset.
Keltner for 3. That one no good.
She was warming up, and she hit a bunch in warm-ups. And, again, Salem playing just a little out of sorts.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Coach Hickey would describe it. But
Jekyll and Hyde is how I would call it.
You can tell they're just you know, they may have come in with a certain mindset, and they look at, and maybe they're looking up at the school board and saying, "Well, how's this happen?"
Yeah.
Swing it, and Lizzie, good. That's perfect.
That's right.
She didn't think about it. She just turned and shot the ball, and that's what you get. Good ball movement by the Senators.
Maybe that's one that can spark her free throws too, because that was right from the free throw line. So over to Sweeney from 3. That one no good.
Off the mark again, but West Washington unable to rebound that initial shot. Yeah, Natalie Knoll, she's an animal on the boards. I'll give it to her. She does a great job of reading the ball coming off the rim, and that is I don't know how you teach that. In my mind, it's a God-given gift.
Yeah.
If you watch the old videos of Larry Bird, he was a master at it. He knew where that ball was going to go off the rim before it even hit the rim, and she tracks it very well.
Yeah. She sees it as it comes out of the hand and then reads it off the bounce of the rim. So
Minute 42 here. West Washington just needs to continue to battle. I told you on a break, I don't think it was on the air, but our girls don't need to look at this scoreboard at all. We need to, those days are gone.
Big block by Noel also.
Block there
Sorry, Rats.
by Rats, but big block. And again, Lizzie just needs to battle. And that's going to be a block there on Keltner.
Cass picks up her second. Still only 5 through the first half of play. That's a
again good clean ball game by both sides. Cass, they hit hips, and that's got to.
Yeah, Cass can feel it. You can see kind of the way she's hopping around, trying to loosen that back up.
Noel's going to be left open here. And,
Noel, no good for 3. Russell comes out with the
box
rebound.
Out by Ryan. And with a minute 10, I was going to say she was going to slow it down, and in my opinion, you keep attacking.
I don't know that these Senators know how to slow it down.
You're right. We got a call on Noel.
Noel's going to pick up her second. So she's got 2. Rats has 1, and Bailey Hypes has 1. Ball inbounded into the backcourt.
Under a minute to go here in the first half. West Washington leading by 4. Good basketball game so far.
Careless pass there.
She thought Sarah was going to zig, and she zagged, and Rats put it in.
Rats puts it in for her second bucket. Comes across to Stice.
Yeah, we don't need Salem to control this last minute.
Yeah.
We need to get a bucket right here. Good back cut.
I'm not sure how that can't be a foul.
Yeah, we just need to recover. I don't agree with it, but we can't let them hit their first 3 right now.
Yeah.
We run her off the line, and Salem's going to try to go in tied here. 10 seconds, and Hope's going to start it. I would say you're going to look at Sweeney in the corner.
Hope.
That's going to be in.
So we've got a 3-point miss, an offensive rebound, a 2-point miss, another offensive rebound, and finally Sweeney able to put it in for 2 to make this a tie game, 23-23, going into halftime. We're going to step aside, take a commercial break, be back in just a moment with some halftime stats.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Indiana's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool, or on the green, or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Back to live action here on Ron Smith Court at West Washington, where the Lady Senators and Lady Lions are tied at 23 apiece after 16 minutes. Senators came out strong in that first quarter, and then the Lions came roaring back in the second to even this thing at 23 after the first half of play. Scoring breakdown, Carly Sweeney has 4. Hope Tomlinson only has 1 on her single free throw. Letty Nice has 4. Callie Backrams gets in the game but isn't able to score yet. Natalie Knoll has 6, most of those coming off the offensive boards. Abby Ratz also hitting the boards hard with 4. Bailey Hypes gets in the game along with Macy Tomlinson and Olivia Weber, but Olivia Weber is able to score. Bailey Hypes and Macy Tomlinson are not. And then Leah Miller gets to start off the game to give them their 23. For the Lady Senators, Ryan Russell has 10, Sarah Stice with 3, Cassidy Keltner with 4, Lexi Griffiths with 3, Lizzie Keltner with 3. So that gives us our 23. Those are the only 5 Senators to play, where the Lady Lions have gone 10 deep if you count Leah Miller in that 10 group. So Lady Senators go the whole first half with only those 5 playing. Matthew, you got some stuff you want to throw in here?
Well, I tell you, Salem, they have their own stat program, and they've been nice enough to hand us copies of their hand and their radio. Next to us, copies of some things that are huge on both sides. Salem continues to shoot it from the outside, not so well, 0 for 13 in the first half. And so, they're only shooting 35% for the game total, but 0 for 13 from behind the arc. West Washington hit 4 3-pointers in the first quarter, and then it was not able to hit any in the second. And so we're not shooting it quite as bad, 4 for 11 from three-point range, but we're only shooting 32% from the floor. And so those two jump out. Also, total rebounds. Salem has 26 total rebounds to our 14. And they've made 10 second chance points out of those rebounds to just our 1 second chance point. So again, I mentioned it. I'm not sure what Coach Hickey told him in the timeout that he called when he wasn't so happy about maybe some of the effort he's seen out there. But I guarantee you had something to do with crashing the boards, because as soon as they come out, they've crashed and crashed and crashed. We've got to stop that, and because it's going to just continue to turn into points.
Yeah, and that's exactly where their points are coming from. They're hitting the boards hard and getting those second chance points off the offensive boards, and the Senators just don't have an answer to it at the moment. I'm sure Coach Russell's in there talking to both Keltner girls about, hey, we've got to find somebody and block them out, keep them off the offensive boards, along with Ryan Russell, who's playing that other bottom spot in the 2-3 zone that they've used some tonight. Good news is nobody's in big foul trouble, so we're going to get to see the starters that we play most of the game. Cassidy does have 2. Lizzie only has 1 foul. Lexi has 1, and Ryan has 1. Sarah has yet to pick one up. So, that's good for the Lady Senators. On the other side, it's the same news. Bailey Hypes has 1, Ratz has 1, and Natalie Knoll has 2. So, no real foul trouble either way. Turnovers, I had Salem with 8, and we had 5. May not be 100% accurate, but it's a fairly clean game so far. Not a whole lot of fouls, not a whole lot of turnovers, but what's killing the Senators is those offensive rebounds, where they're really crashing the boards and getting extra points there. We've got to find an answer to that if we're going to stay in this game and win this one. It's going to be interesting what the Lady Senators come out and do to keep those Lions off the boards.
The only thing their stats show, they had actually 10 turnovers in the first half to our 5. But again, that's a differential that we've got to keep that way.
Yeah.
We can't start turning the ball over. And another thought on us not making a 3-pointer in the second quarter. They changed. They was in the traditional 2-3 zone when we come out in that first quarter and we hit a bunch of threes, 4 of them to be exact. They changed. They kind of went to a 1-1-2-2 or a 1-3-1. They even tried to trap out at one time. And that kind of took some of those 3-pointers away. But we've got to continue to. Again, if we're shooting them from 35 foot, these girls can do it. Those are not bad shots for us. We got to continue to shoot them and put them up there. You can't score points without shooting.
Right, and that's when you look at the Lady Senators, they're gonna let them fly. They're not afraid to shoot them. that's never been a thing for them. They've never thought, hey, let's hold back a little bit here. They're gonna put them up. The Lady Lions shoot from a little bit closer, but they haven't been going in for them where they have for the Senators. At least in the first quarter. The second quarter, not so much, but the first quarter where they were knocked down 4 of them. That's a great thing in a quarter to knock down 4 threes.
Yeah, I think this half we just got to keep our eyes off the scoreboard and just play basketball. I really do think at the end of the first quarter, I think we might have went in up 4 or so, and those first 2 possessions out of the first into the second quarter, they got easy shots. They got a rebound and a putback, and then they got a foul on us. And I think it was only because we kind of maybe we thought about the game a little bit. We got to keep. We got to keep all that out of our minds. We just got to go out there and just play hard and make sure we keep winning those 50-50 balls, keep the turnover ratio where it is. They've got twice as many as we do. And, again, if you're close in the fourth quarter, anything can happen.
Yeah, especially in a rivalry game like this. I mean, anything can happen. If you keep it close and do what you're supposed to, this is going to be competitive all the way through.
There was, if I was Coach Hickey, I would kind of unleash the hounds, if you will, and just try to pressure us. We handled that pressure very well. Handled that pressure very well in the first half. A good thing for us is, like you mentioned, there's no foul trouble. Lexi Griffiths with only 1 foul. So we'll see how the pressure goes here in this second half. We're both simultaneously trying to get a sip of caffeine before the second half starts.
Well, I thought it was kind of funny. You were delivered one by one of your sons and asked for some change, and he said it already went to Mom. It's already gone.
Yeah, is that the story of my life?
I'm betting there were a couple of candy bars scarfed down on his way up the steps from the front. So.
From Tito, there's no doubt. He cashed in when he could. Salem with it off the start. West Washington in that man-to-man, and we'll see what we can do with them here. Backhurm's going to turn the corner and get a 10-footer, and it goes.
Backhurm's gets on the board early there, gives her 2 for the game. We're going to pick up a foul on 20. It's Hope's first foul.
Yeah, Hope got a little bit on the hip on the catch. She just didn't take a great angle, and I think her dad reminded her of that wasn't the proper angle, and picked up a foul. We was on 4 seconds there, but we was able to get it in. And here comes the pressure. And Cass thought that pass was not for her, but it was.
It was. Sweeney brings in that 2. Gives her 6 so far. So far, that's not the start to the second half that the Senators want. Came in tied and are down 4 now, and we're only 33 seconds in.
Yeah, again, Salem, ran their set and got a good shot in the middle, and then come out with the pressure, and we just unable to handle it that possession. So I think if Cass would have realized that pass was intended for her, she could have got the pass. But when she let it go over her head, Sweeney was there to pick it off.
Yeah, and that's the role that Sweeney plays there. She's one chasing to get that ball. So
yeah, she's the equivalent of a free safety in football. Yep. She's got her head on a swivel and will steal anything that comes her way. And Lexi gets it in the middle, and West Washington able to break the pressure. But what we've got to realize is the pressure's not off as we cross half court.
Right.
They are going to continue to trap that first pass.
Sweeney has drawn the assignment of guarding Ryan Russell.
And there's a little bit of difference there on the pressure, and forces a turnover for West Washington.
That's already 2 in this half. We only had 5 in the first.
So Sweeney now trying to dribble in, and she takes a bump and goes down into nice, but it's off the mark. And now West Washington has their chance to push. And again, the thing about pushing in transition, you can kind of get those transition three-pointers that both Sarah and Ryan are great at hitting.
Yeah, they like to turn and find each other. Stice, nice move, up and good for 2.
It's good move by Sarah. She needs to have a big half. You know, Ryan had to, in my opinion, had a big half there in the first half. Sarah needs to match that.
Yep.
Noel comes in, and that's
got to be over the back there.
And it's ideal defense by number 12, Lexi Griffiths.
Yep. So Letty picks up her first, second on the team.
Yeah, Lexi read the move by Noel. Oh, and she tried to...
Gets her pocket picked by Backrams.
Tried to cross the Backrams up, and she was there with her hand right in the crossover lane. West Washington within 2.
Sweeney with a nice reverse dribble, up and good for 2. Going to get a chance for a three-point play here.
Yeah, good offensive move.
Yeah,
I mean,
a
good,
spin move
fast
like
spin
that.
Move.
Put that in the spin cycle and head to the bucket. That's what Sweeney did. So she steps up to the line, lets that one fly. It's good also. So three-point play for her gives her 9.
Yeah, that's
one
pressure.
of those. Where are we throwing that ball to?
And
Gonna
Ryan
come back
Russell
the other
with another
way.
charge taken. That's going to be 3
on Noel.
And, you know, the other night she took 2 or 3 charges.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we keep
it was 3.
a school record
I don't know.
those, but
I
I tell
don't
you
know.
what, she steps up and she positions her body well, and she's able to take the punishment.
One that used to take a lot of them was Lane Trueblood. I don't know on the girls' side, but Lane always used to be in the right spot. Griffiths for 3.
And that's a big shot there for Lexi.
Yep. She struggled from the field, struggled from the three-point line, pretty much was making her living at the free throw line, and has knocked down a 3 here, so she's got it going. Letty misses that one, and then it's tipped out. Senator's off and running. Lexi tries to go up. Keltner good for 2.
That's all effort. That is all effort right there. Great work by Lexi and Lizzie.
Gives Lizzie 5.
Again, this is kind of like a heavyweight boxing match at the beginning of this third quarter, man. I love it. Great defense.
Russell steps into the lane right where she's supposed to, steps on the baseline, so you can't go baseline, and then reaches out and takes the ball away. Unfortunately, when she got her hands on it, she was already out of bounds, but that's exactly how you teach that defense. Put your foot on the line, use it as an extra defender.
I mentioned this the last game we did together, but if that happens when I was in high school, she just earned herself a steak dinner.
Well, there you go. Sweeney back down the lane. Again, she's got 11.
Yeah, not too surprising. I think Sweeney's made the decision that she's gonna make something happen in the second half. Great.
Russell for 3.
It's going to be off to the right, just a touch. Lizzie continues to work for the Senators, and that's just one of those shots there by Ryan. She just needs to keep on shooting.
Have some pretty nice cheer blocks here from Salem. Salem brought quite a few, and West Washington's got their crowd over there.
Great crowd from both sides. Again, great to come out here and support these girls and watch them battle each other. Lexi's going to break away, makes a fake pass, and it's going to be blocked by Hope, but it's also going to be got her on the body, I think.
Hope picks up her second. Lexi goes to the line where she is a 78% free throw shooter on the year, leading the team. That's the reverse broadcaster's jinx.
That's right. That is nothing wrong with that.
So that one falls through, gives her 7. Second one up and good also. So far, Senators haven't missed from the free throw line in the second half.
Yeah, and again, West Washington just needs to continue to play basketball loose. Don't get tight. Something doesn't go well. Just need to keep your head in the game. And that
nice feed off to Letty. Letty gets the bottom of the rim or the bottom of the backboard, and Cass is going to bail her out on a foul.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that one. I don't think she actually touched her, but it looked bad.
Yeah.
And so rightly so, there's a foul called there.
That's one of those. Usually you don't miss that bad to hit the bottom without getting fouled. So whether she got her or not, the foul was called. So Letty goes to the line, sinks that one. Makes them 2 for 2 in the second half from the line. Couple of bounces for Letty. Lets it fly. That one's going to be long. Luckily, we come out with the rebound there.
Yep, it did. It touched the line. It touched the line, Lexi. Coach is telling her, if you're going to, well, the answer is don't stop there. Take
don't stop
3
there.
more dribbles to
Yep.
give yourself some room if there's someone that's going to take that sideline away.
So, Lady Lions out with a 1-point lead here. 3:30 to go in the third.
And I would imagine Salem is just fine being patient, but they're really getting some good penetration there on that handoff. I don't think Coach wants to switch it because it's going to create maybe a matchup problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's trouble. She switched her pivot foot, no doubt about it.
Well, and the problem is instead of us fighting over the top of that screen, we're going underneath it, which then gives Sweeney a head of steam to get there.
Yeah, they're turning the corner. By the time we can get back in front, they're only 12 foot from the basket.
Yeah.
At that point, you can do almost anything you want with the ball. You can shoot it, pass it, or even kick it back out. Good steal from Stice. She just needs to go hard. Good. And one. And one.
Boom, and one.
Like that foul's going to go on Sweeney.
Stice gets the 2-point bucket. Sweeney picks up her first foul.
And West Washington able to go up 2 here with the make from Sarah.
Sarah knocks that one in. 35-33. Senators out ahead.
Salem, I would imagine, will stick with that weave dribble drive offense. It's one of those offensive 2 years ago. It was only used for a delay type offense.
Yeah.
But you see all types of teams do that now, and it's just a way of creating a matchup problem. You continue to move the ball until you find a matchup you want. If they switch it, and then you attack.
Yeah.
And if you don't switch it, like you see, if you don't switch it, it's hard for that girl to work through the screen.
Right.
It was, again, one of those offenses that I did not agree with 2 years ago, but
now that you see it a little more, it has its place.
Lexi holding that pressure well, but she does need to get rid of it. There you go. She was on the 4 count. And
Griffith steps into a 3. That one no good.
Would have been a big one. Look at Keltner hammering it. That's a 50-50 ball
Stice.
for us.
Stice bang.
And Sarah Stice with a big 3-pointer. Again, there's no need to look up the scoreboard. We just need to continue to play basketball. West Washington drops back in that man-to-man. Back arms turn the corner. Now Thompson trying to get the first 3 for Salem, and it still does not go. Lexi pulls it down. She's doing a little bit of everything right now.
Lexi is all over the place.
Minute 40 left here in this third quarter. And West Washington playing well. Just needs to continue to handle the pressure and play their game. No movement there in the middle. Coach calling out the play. Sarah turns the corner and tipped around, but she's going to be able to get it over to Ryan.
Cassidy gets it out on the W. Ryan comes back and resets it. Going to pick up a foul on Rats. I have that as her second.
That's what I got, and we're getting close to the bonus. Next team foul will be the bonus for the Senators, and that'll be an advantage that we can work from. Ball comes into Lexi. She just needs to handle the pressure as good as she has been. She tries to cross over. Backrooms almost got it again. You're going to have to be low with that crossover. She has her hands right where you need it to be on the defensive end. And Salem was able to get a turnover, but
then they turn it right back over. So
Sweeney was high stepping, but that one foot hit on the blue line. Goes back over to West Washington. 58 seconds. I'd be fine with holding it for one, but the only thing I don't like about that is it would take us out of our rhythm. And Salem's not going to let us do that. Lexi.
That's a mess.
that was a mess, and that's another foul.
Hope's going to pick up her third.
Sarah's going to shoot free throws.
Foul on number 20. Hope Thompson, her third, each 7. On the line, 1 and bonus will be number 5, Sarah Stice.
Sarah Stice goes to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. That one up and good. So Stice knocks that one in. Gives her 12 on the night. Coach Russell tells Keltner to back on out of the lane. We don't need you picking up a foul here. Knocks that one down.
West Washington's man-to-man has been working well. Although Salem's been getting in the middle, they've just not been able to convert very well.
Looks like the Senators are going to come out in a 1-2-2.
They change it. Very, very, very good for
Hope in the
coach.
corner. Lets that one fly. That one's good.
And breaking the ice for the Salem Lions is Hope Tomlinson. And Sarah's going to try to return the favor. Oh, the second bounce don't go. Goes off Leslie's foot. And Salem's going to try to get at least 2 more on the board. West Washington in that man-to-man. Sweeney looking. And Hope's going to try to fire another one. That's a big shot if it goes. Just going to miss it. It's going to be into third quarter.
West Washington's going to go into the fourth, up 4. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from the Washington County Community Foundation. We'll be back in just a moment.
In 2015, we launched the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. This is phase 2 of the Happily Ever After project. With the assistance of several local donors and sponsors, along with 5 years of fundraising by the Washington County Youth Foundation, we finally had enough resources to launch the service. The Dolly Parton Imagination Library is a free service that mails age-appropriate books to all required Washington County children under the age of 5. Although the faces of the leadership of the Washington County Community Foundation have changed over time, as is always the case with any healthy, thriving organization, the core values and mission remain the same. We continue to work diligently to assist our donors in creating a legacy that is meaningful to them. All of our success is directly related to the generosity of the sons and daughters of Washington County. We will continue to help our donors give back to our community through our foundation and improve the quality of life in our county.
Back to action here on the Ron Smith court. Matthew and I have figured out timeout talks and halftime talks from both coaches. Matthew, what was the halftime talk in the West Washington Senator locker room?
Yeah, Coach Russell told them, hey, we gotta box these girls out, but we got to rebound ourselves. So what do? We come out here in the third quarter, and we out-rebound Salem 12-2 there in that third quarter.
Russell up and good for 2.
Great offensive set for the Senators, and it gets Ryan on the board here in the second half. Noel's going to try to put one in, and that's a tie-up. Going over to Salem. So it was a good set coming out of a quarter for Coach Russell.
Weber back in. Letty comes out. We talked pregame a lot about Letty, and she hasn't been a difference maker today.
Not so far. And West Washington's done a great job of controlling her.
Hope for 3. That one no good. Ping pongs around. Weber going to get the rebound.
Foul goes on number 42, Lizzie Keltner.
Her third. So 3 on each of the Keltner sisters.
Salem comes in. They're going to try to get Hope in the corner. Now moving the ball well. Weber, good positioning. It hit Salem, but it does go off Lizzie.
Off of Lizzie, apparently. Both Keltner sisters look back at Coach Russell.
Again, we need to continue to play good out-of-bounds defense. Don't let them get the easy shot. Weber really cleared out a spot, and Salem just lost it out of bounds.
It's going to be a turnover for Salem.
And so we might start seeing this.
Offense
Weber
for
might
defense.
Weber might play offense, and Nice might play defense. Ball comes into Lexi. Lexi looking, gets it to Ryan in the middle, and she just she doesn't need to think. She just needs to go. Everybody's okay. Last thing we need to do is allow the clock to be an opponent of us.
Yeah.
We just need to play relaxed and just breathe out there. It's going to come opposite side to Hope. Hope's got it. Now she's going to penetrate. Overplayed by Ryan, but we were able to dodge that bullet. Ball goes up the sideline. They're going to try to trap out of that. Stice was bumped. No call. Big call for Russell. It's going to go off to the right. And
that's 2.
We're going to say Lexi was standing on the line when she rebounded it. She likes that spot. She shot them exactly the same. They've just been off by about 12 inches, but it's been the right distance. Salem brings it across the timeline, down 6. 6:44 left to go in the game. Noel looking for some Weber. Great. That's a great move.
That's a great move by Weber. Gives her 4 on the night.
Lexi, great job breaking the pressure. Sarah moves the ball over to Ryan. Ryan's loose.
Going to pick up a foul. I'm not sure if they're going to get Sweeney or Backrams. Looks like they get Sweeney for her second. Still nobody in real foul trouble.
The only difference is that we're shooting free throws on every foul now.
Yeah. Russell comes to the line where she's a 71% free throw shooter.
All that time that we spend on the line is going to come into play in this game.
Yep.
Missed the front of one-on-one there. We can't do that too many times. Those are points that we are going to need by the end of this ball game, I'll guarantee you. Sweeney with a crossover, walled her up. It's kind of traveled, in my opinion. West Washington working hard. Cass not letting that 50-50 ball go.
Yeah.
Who's going to keep it? Sarah looks, goes to the left. Is pushed, and is fouled.
Going to get a foul. I think they're going to get Weber for that one. Yep. Going to be her first.
Yep. So now we're getting close. Next team foul is going to be a double bonus for West Washington. And Salem only sitting at 3.
Yeah.
West Washington has been very aggressive on the offensive glass. Missed the front. Yeah, that was on a shot.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing, girls. Don't feel bad. I felt the same thing. I forgot that was on the shot.
Senators have some great confidence in Sarah to knock this one down. They don't have anybody under to rebound.
So we've left at least 3 on the board, maybe 4 if we hit the front end of that one-on-one and hit the next one the last time down the court.
Senators still lead by 4. Just under 6 to go here.
Sweeney turns around the top. On her left. Comes a Knoll to her right. And they're going to call it on the floor.
Going to call a foul on the floor. Now we've got some foul trouble. That's Cass's 4th.
Nobody's hurt. She just needs to continue to play, not think about it. That was on the floor. West Washington needs to make sure Salem doesn't get an easy shot here. Make them work for it. If they're going to make a shot, make them work for it.
This is where Cass has to play smart. Sweeney for 3. That one no good. Backrams with the rebound.
Another offensive board for Salem, and they turned it into 2 points.
Yep. Brings it to 40-42. Going to get a full timeout, so we're going to step aside, get a commercial break in. We'll be back in just a moment.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Indiana did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Back to live action here on Ron Smith Court in T. Kermit Tower Gymnasium, where the Senators do lead 42-40 over the number 3 in 3A Lady Lions of Salem. A little friendly banter there during the timeout between the
Call timeout.
Lions cheer block and the Senators. Stice for three. That one no good. Lexi Griffiths chases it down.
We got our own offensive rebound and see if we can turn it into points. And I don't know. I would have let Sarah shoot that.
Russell
Ryan's,
for three. Other
she's
side, it no good.
Off Rats last, but Cass is going to pull it down. We got a couple of our own offensive rebounds. We need to attack. There's a lot of time left. 5 minutes left in this game. We got to keep attacking. There's Keltner. She goes to her right. Sarah, 30-footer.
Got dang!
Big
16
shot.
for her. Stretches that lead out to 5. Hope drives. That
Good
one
drive,
up, no
but she,
good.
unable to finish. Good defense there by Ryan, and continue to pressure. In my mind, is West Washington. We need to pressure. Comes over to Cass. Cass over Stice. She don't have anything. Oh man, that was a big one. I love to see it, man. I love it.
That was a little bit of a heat check there. She was
going
just
for the
seeing
dagger, though, man.
how hot she was.
Screen by Rats. Noel's going to try a 30-footer of her own, and it
that
stays
one no
out.
Good.
And Lizzie, there you go, Lizzie. That's a good job. You take a dribble or two, get some pressure off of you. Sweeney goes for the steal, and we got to start thinking about getting it across, and we do. Keltner, now she's going to attack the rim. Nice there. No good. She gets her own rebound. Over to Ryan. That's Ryan's spot. She's on her left. And
it's no good. Luddy comes out. But
good job from the freshman. They're going to call a foul on Nice. And yes, I do know Lizzie Keltner's name, but I really like the freshman.
I do too. She may be dubbed the freshman forever.
The freshman. And now she's got a chance to hit some free throws. We've left a few points on the board, and we need to capitalize now.
That one up and good for the freshman. It's catchy.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's we're calling her the freshman, but she's playing like anything but right now.
Yeah. So far, she's got 6 in this game. Up and good.
3:40 left in the game. Backhurns bringing it across the timeline. West Washington back in that man-to-man. Weber playing offense. I think Nice is playing defense.
Yeah, I think that's the way it's going to work. Nice crossover by Sweeney. Sweeney into the lane. Going to get a 2-point bucket and a chance for 3. Ryan's going to pick up the foul there. Gives her 2.
Yeah, that what that was Ryan was too deep. She was there to take the charge, but she was standing right underneath the goal,
bucket.
And therefore I think the referee made the right call.
Yeah.
If Ryan's able to take one more step out, I mean, it's not like we don't have the charge circle, so I don't think it's an official rule. I'm just saying if you take a charge when you're underneath the basket, it's going to go towards the offensive player, even in the high school level.
So Sweeney steps up to the line, knocks that one down. Lead is now 4 for the Lady Senators.
Comes into Cass, and she is able to dribble out of there. And everyone's looking for a travel there, and balls all over the place. And Cass brings it to
Dice
Sarah.
for 3.
Sarah
That
just
one
short,
just short.
and Letty with the rebound. Now they're going to run a little bit. Can't let her have free lunch. Good. That's a great foul there by Lexi. And I think that's what Salem likes to do is with Letty on the defensive end, she gets those rebounds and makes a great outlet pass.
Turns and outlets. Sweeney goes to the line. That one no good.
Got a miss for Salem.
3 for 5 in the second half for the Lions. Those are free points on the board. We've talked about it. Second one up. Gets every bit of the rim and then drops through.
Lexi's been handling their pressure very well so far. And we're just, yeah,
That ball
I'm
is
speaking
bouncing
about as good as they're handling the ball
Yeah,
right
that
now.
ball is bouncing all over. That's got to be a reach every time. She reaches with the wrong hand. It's always the hand closest to the ball.
I agree, and that's going to be her third, should.
That's something that Mark Gibson and Misty Jones always comment about, is reaching with the hand closest to the ball. Russell steps up, knocks that one down. So a little offense for defense here for the Lady Lions. Russell still with a second free throw to go here. Second one up and good. Gives her 14 on the game.
She looked nice and loose there.
Yep.
That's a good sign. 2:45 left in the ball game now. And they're definitely looking for Weber in the middle.
Yeah.
And Keltner still has her 4, but Lizzie's helping her out. We double Weber and walled up
no
well,
good.
and that's off Salem.
Well, they're going to give it back to Salem, so we got a 2-point miss, and then it goes off of, I believe Russell was the one underneath. So they're going to get a second opportunity here. 2:33 to go.
That's a great inbounds play.
Nice job by Knoll to come down the lane and get 2.
Up to Stice and handle the pressure again, does the Senator guards. And we do not need to, I'm not going to question the coaching call. I think we just need to continue to be aggressive as much as we can.
Here's our version of the weave. And then we get a turnover.
And Hope's going to take it to the rim and make
Hope
it.
good for 2.
Yeah, that's where I think sometimes, working it around is great, but also being aggressive is a good thing too, because it keeps you in your rhythm.
Yeah, 1-point lead here for the Senators.
Shoot the shot.
Up and good for 2 for Sarah Stice.
Big play by Sarah. 3-point game now, minute 30
Minute
left.
30 to go.
Back arms brings it across the timeline. Knoll is open, and she can tie it right here.
Knoll for
And it
3.
rims
That
out.
one no good.
Offensive rebound, Weber. And they're going to call a foul on Lizzie, and that was
That
rolled
will be
out.
her 4th.
42, Lizzie Gilbert, that's her 4th, team 7. On the line,
So minute 21, and the Senator starters have played the whole game. They haven't come out yet.
Yeah, and I talked about that a little bit at the beginning. We needed our 5, maybe 6 to stay in the game, and so far we've been able to do that. That's just how the game has progressed. But
Yeah.
these girls are digging. They're digging deep.
Weber
we
misses
just
that
gotta
first one.
Keep our eyes off the scoreboard and just let the ball go where it needs to go.
Weber knocks down the second one, and in comes Letty. They set up their press. That's what's nice about this offense for defense. They get to get that press set up each time.
Ball comes into Cass, and Cass is able to handle it. And she goes all the way down and now kicks it back out to Ryan. Ryan's looking, hands off to Sarah. And it's going to be a block on Hope, and that's 2 shots for the Senator.
It's going to be 4 on Hope.
on the line for 2 shots will be number 5, Sarah Stice.
And so, Coach has spent time all season shooting free throws
Here's where it
for
comes.
situations just like this.
Yep, here's where it's important.
All
First
the-
one up and good.
All the young kids out there saying, my God, it's so boring. Why do we got to spend 15, 20 minutes every practice shooting free throws?
Here's
because
why.
more times than not, if you come in and you make free throws, you're going to win close basketball games.
Yep. You make your third graders shoot free throws?
No. But thanks for putting me on the spot.
I bet
I'm going to change it.
I bet they are next practice.
I'm going to change it. Pass goes over to Noel in the corner, working it around. I tell
Under
you,
50 seconds.
Thomas and and it's a great block by Cass. It's going to go out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Senators going to tip that one out. Russell, we're at 46.5 seconds to go. Lions trail by 3.
And West Washington, just, again, needs to keep their eye off the scoreboard, just continue to play hard. There's a good block there by Cassidy Keltner.
Bloody Nice comes into the game. Both Keltner sisters have 4 fouls here. My guess would be this is going to be a lob to her.
Yeah, and that back cut last time worked well. Comes in the Knoll, she's looking. Sweeney was going to set a screen, and we're going to live it to hope, and that's good. No, I'm sorry. I seen that. That was perfectly lined up. There was no doubt that ball was going in. It was just short. Ball goes to Ryan, and she's going to be fouled by Backrams.
Backrams picks up her first foul. Ryan's going to go to the line with a chance to move this lead to 5.
I would do it to 6.
Well, 5
5
and 6. Let's go that way. I want it to be 5 first, then 6.
Yes, sir. And again, 2 free throws gets it to the top side of the 2-possession game. With 34 seconds, if you get it to 3 possessions, that's really going to be hard. But
that's a miss for Russell, so now we're going to go to make it 5.
And I hope she makes it, and please feel free to tell me, hey, I told you so. On the 5. I'm happy with 5 now.
That one up, but no good.
Too. And missed them both. Lead stays at 4. No coming in. Shoots a big 3. And it's off the mark.
No good.
Cass with a good again. Cass didn't get the rebound. You're not going to look on a stat sheet and say, look, she had this many rebounds. Nope. But without her effort, that is not a West Washington possession.
Exactly. So Hope Tomlinson picks up her 5th. So she's now going to come out of the game with 6 points on the night for the senior guard there for Salem. Natalie Knoll comes back in. Russell with the chance to make it 6 now. Now's the time for 6.
I'd be happy with 6. Ryan unable to get either one to go last time. That's a long again. And she needs to make a free throw here. She's feeling a little pressure, as you know. She's a human. She has to feel it. 23 seconds to go in this ball game. West Washington up 4 points.
That one no good either.
Another one. Ball comes over to Noel. West Washington up 4. Noel's going to try another one. Got a little pressure on that one. Goes off the mark, and Backrum's going to track it down. Under 10. 3-pointer underway. No good. And now Ryan goes after it. She's giving it her all. Comes over to Sweeney. Sweeney with 6 seconds left. No good. And Noel puts it up and gets fouled with 3 seconds left, and West Washington's going to win this basketball game.
They're going to win this basketball game.
I should not have said that. There's 3.8 seconds left. West Washington is up 4. With the ability to make a couple free throws, we're going to win this ball game.
Who picked up that foul? Was that Lexi?
Let's give it to Lexi.
Lexi gets her 3rd. Noel steps up to the line, knocks down the first one.
Timeout.
So timeout from Salem.
And so what they're talking about is can we miss on purpose and get a rebound?
Yeah.
I think to get a good shot from to dribble the ball up full court, it can happen. We just did it in 2.4. We know how that goes when we had Big Daddy in the corner just here last week.
Yeah, that was the chant from the West Washington cheer block just a minute ago, Nash Huff, towards the Salem cheer block. So you know Coach Hickey down there is drawing up a miss and a tip out and where it goes from there. But it's going to take something special to be able to do that all in 3.8 seconds.
I don't know. If you let's see, if you make the shot and we take it out, at that point in time, it's only a 2-point game, so a steal and a 3 wins the ball game for you. But So I don't know. It's a big call. I think they're going to try to miss and tip it out and try to retain possession of this basketball.
Here's the big thing. If a miss comes and there's a foul on West Washington, we go to the line and shoot 2.
That's correct.
So it's kind of playing with poison here. Both Keltner sisters go down to the bottom blocks here. 1 free throw for Natalie Knoll.
Yeah, and we've got to know that we have timeout, so if any pressure comes in, and that's what it was trying to do, and it's a miss, and it comes over to Lexi. 1 second. There's 0.9 seconds left, and we're up 3. 1 shot in this, and it goes, and the ball game's over.
Yeah, West Washington is 1 free throw away with our best free throw shooter on the line. Lexi Griffiths is an 80% free throw shooter, and even 0.9 left on the clock.
It's still going to be unbelievable to lose this ball game. West Washington is pulling off history tonight.
Misses that one.
Man, we certainly are helping ourselves on the free throw line.
No, free throw line is killing us right now. 11 of 19 in the second half for 57%. Coach Russell calls a timeout, brings his girls to the bench, and I'm sure he's explaining to his girls right now, once the rebound happens, do not foul.
You cannot
foul. You cannot send them to the line for 3. You've got to.
The only thing you could be telling them, though, is to foul immediately to not allow a 3.
Yeah. Or as soon as it comes off, you tip the ball. Because all
you can do is touch it. That's right.
As soon as you touch it and it starts, time starts, and there's not enough time to tip it and then grab it and shoot it. You've got to tip it and go with the shot there. So that's the discussion down there with Coach Russell.
Yeah, I mean, you could almost tell Lexi that if you miss, foul immediately.
Yeah.
Just so they don't get a quick shot. But I mean, we're under a second left here, folks. It's going to take a miracle to make this thing go into overtime. Ball game.
Good.
Lexi puts the ball in the basket.
Ices that one. Coach Hickey calls a timeout. Needs a 4-point play. Coach Russell now is telling his girls, don't even get anywhere near them. Stay away.
Yeah, I think it's whatever, but we let them, in my opinion, you either bring your girls either to one end of the floor or the other,
stand in a corner somewhere
in a half court, but either way, up 4 with 0.9 left, it's going to take a miracle for Salem to not win this ball, or not to lose this ball game. And so, when it comes down to it, we talked about 50-50 balls. We won those, with the exception of a few, but we won them. When they was getting a lot of rebounds, we came out and we matched them on the rebounds. And we didn't get into foul trouble, although we wasn't able to really get them into foul trouble. That was, our 5 players played every minute of this whole ball
every
game.
minute of the whole game. This is something special for West Washington.
Hypes is going to throw it in. The all-star softball player wings it in. It's going to go into Tomlinson. Tomlinson lets her fly, and it's off the mark. And West Washington pulls off one of the greatest wins in school history tonight.
Yep, over the number 3 in 3A Lady Lions of Salem. They do pull off that victory, 54-50. We're going to take a second, kind of gather our thoughts, and we'll be back for an extended post-game show here. I'm sure we'll get some of the girls up on to talk about this. It is a sweep by West Washington over Salem in the basketball portion. So we'll be back in just a moment.
In 2015, we launched the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. This is phase 2 of the Happily Ever After project. With the assistance of several local donors and sponsors, along with 5 years of fundraising by the Washington County Youth Foundation, we finally had enough resources to launch the service. The Dolly Parton Imagination Library is a free service that mails age-appropriate books to all required Washington County children under the age of 5. Although the faces of the leadership of the Washington County Community Foundation have changed over time, as is always the case with any healthy, thriving organization, the core values and mission remain the same. We continue to work diligently to assist our donors in creating a legacy that is meaningful to them. All of our success is directly related to the generosity of the sons and daughters of Washington County. We will continue to help our donors give back to our community through our foundation and improve the quality of life in our county.
Back to live action here at West Washington, where the Senators do pull off the upset of the night, I'm pretty sure, in the state, with the defeat here of the number 3 in 3A Salem Lions. A good game overall, a clean game from both sides. Not a whole lot of fouls there until the end when Salem kind of started to pick up quite a few. But overall, just a great game all around.
Yeah, I seen your text there, and I think I'm going to let you do this interview. I'm telling you, I'm pretty pumped right now. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get through any kind of a post game. Wins like this mean a lot to your program.
Oh yeah.
And if anyone's out there that knows the history between these two programs, it's fairly storied. And so for us to look Goliath in the eye tonight and take them down, I'm pretty proud of these girls.
Yeah. It's one of those games where we said it in the pregame. This was going to be a special one for these senior girls, a special one for the program altogether. And how great is it that Ryan and Cassidy are able to pull off this win. They weren't able to do it their freshman year, their sophomore year, their junior year, but do it their senior year on their home floor. When you're looking back at West Washington's great teams, you're thinking, the past 3 years they've done a lot, but this was something they weren't able to do. And then tonight they're able to do it, with Ryan and Cassidy being seniors, along with Sarah Stice and Lexi and all the girls on the team chipped in and did their part, whether they got in the game or not. They played their role at practice and did what they were expected to do. So
yeah, a lot of the things that we needed to go right went right for us in the second half. And again, I'm going to let you do this interview because I'm just not up to it. It's a great win. Again, one of the biggest in school history. So I'm going to let you have Coach. Coach is getting close over here. He's running down the game with Mr. Nance.
He smiles ear to ear. So it's a great win for the program. And so Coach Russell is getting his headset on, getting set up here. Coach, what do you say? This is one of those wins that your program has looked for the past 3 or 4 or 5 years, and you're able to get it tonight.
Yeah, you think back, we beat Pekin. What was Ryan and Watson's senior year when they won state.
They won state that year.
So, that's probably the biggest win outside of Trinity last year in sectional. But, you're playing the number 2 team in 3A, projected to be in the state finals. And, just to come out and execute what we wanted to do to perfection. I was upset at halftime with one thing, and that was our lack of blocking out and rebounding. And that's what we said. We said, if we rebound that first half, we're up 10. But, we didn't, and we talked about it, how if we did that the second half, we're going to win. And, and those 5 girls played their hearts out. They didn't come out.
They didn't come out a single minute.
No, and they stayed out of foul trouble. They did what we had to do. Salem tried everything they could to get us and, frustrate us. And we handled the pressure and just, really executed that extremely well.
Oh, yeah. Your girls come out tonight and you get 20 out of Sarah, 14 out of Ryan. Lizzie comes in and chips in 7 big points. Yeah. Cassidy only has 4, but does all of the little stuff that you're looking for.
There at the end, we didn't come out with the rebound, but Cass was in there tipping it out so that our guards could get it. She just battled it. And, the thing of it is in that first half, Cass got kneed in the back of the calf, and, she was cramping up bad.
Yeah.
And she battled through it. She's, I told her she wasn't coming out, but she didn't want to come out. That's the type of mentality that they had tonight.
Yeah.
we've shown glimpses of it throughout the season. That's why I told them. I mean, we lost to Lanesville, the number 4 team, but in overtime without Cassidy. We played some other teams really tough, but to do it for 32 minutes tonight was special.
And I'm going to throw this one out there. Lexi Griffiths is the unsung hero tonight. She does a great job handling the ball all over the place. When they start to pressure Ryan and Sarah, Lexi is the one who comes in, and then she knocks down the big free throws at the end of the game to ice it away. After Ryan not to.
I know. I mean,
she steps
she
up
hit
to the
like
line
10 or 12 in a row before tonight,
and then misses 4 in a row. So
we thought that was, it was going to be iced, but those things happen. I'd rather miss them now than in sectional. But you're right, Lexi all night long. She took care of the ball. We knew. They were talking before the game that they didn't want Ryan and Sarah to get any shots. They had seen Crawford County's coach get upset last week when they got shots off, and he said if they get off shots tonight like that, he said I'm going to be worse than that guy. And they came out in the first quarter and really just jumped them right off the bat and got them back on their heels, and I felt like they really played on their heels most of the night then.
Yeah. Your girls came out and executed the plan to perfection. Even when they switched up out of their 2-3 and went to a 1-3-1, your girls were able to find either Cassidy or Lizzie on the post there with nobody guarding them.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean they were so concerned with our guards that they weren't able to stop us inside, and and we had Cass 2 or 3 times posted up, and we threw the lob just maybe a half inch too far and went out of bounds. But I thought our girls really played a smart ball game tonight.
Yeah, your girls did an excellent job tonight, but it also comes with the game plan from you about how you had it game planned out perfectly on what you needed to do. You're joined by the Three Stooges.
Three Stooges: Mason Armstrong, Harry Sanford, and Chekhov Farmer.
So it's one of those program wins that you can really build on going forward into sectional. You've got Paoli this Thursday, but checking off some big wins for you this year.
Yeah, and that's again, we talked about it last year. We're talking about it all year this year. We want to peak at the right time. Hopefully this is not a peak. Hopefully it's got to be a continuation, and that's what we talked about. We've had so many games this year where we play extremely well, and